right. If everybody could please go to Google Classroom. Okay, we are going to be working on with a Nearpod today. Okay, Nearpod should be the second post down. So underneath Ignition, Nearpod should be there. Yes, please click on Nearpod. And then if you see our learning goal today, I can write lines of code using the picture method to create games and pictures. That is what we will be doing today. Alright, give me a second. I will put the code up on the board. There we go. Go ahead and put that code in, and then put your first names in where it asks for your name. Everybody was here Monday when we did the other Nearpod, correct? Okay, I thought so. Yep, that's fine. Haley, you got it? Okay. Alright, so this Nearpod is going to be our introduction to coding. We're going to learn the what is it, why should we do it, and then we're going to do the how and practice. Okay? So, our objectives. What is coding? What is the importance of coding? And how can we use it as a profession? Okay, we're going to learn all three of those things today. Answer all of those questions. Okay, so the first thing is, have you ever heard of coding before? Before this class, before I started talking about it, have you heard of coding before? Everybody answer. We are split. Half of you have heard about coding, half of you have not. Those of you who have heard about coding before, how did you learn about it? Or who introduced it to you? So, your dad, what'd your dad do? Ooh, so he's like an expert. Awesome. What kind of coding do you do?
I think he does
C++. So he like types it all out? Oh, that's aggressive. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah. A book? You read a book about coding? Cool. Your brother? Okay. He learned it in high school. That's cool. I do have a couple books back there in my very tiny library about coding. So if you're ever interested, there's books back there for it. Okay? So, what is coding? Coding is the process of writing or creating source code for computer programs. Okay? All programs have coding in them, and essentially it is just the instructions that tell your computer what to do. Okay? So everything you do on the computer, any program, any software that you use, has a code linked to it. Okay? If you are on, let's say, Google, okay, and you look up images of cats, alright, and you find one that you really like, if you click on that, it'll take you to a website that the picture was found on. There is a code or a program in that picture that says, when clicked, so when the picture's clicked, go to this website, okay? Links that you can click on. So when we go into Classroom and you clicked on that Nearpod link, that has a code in it, okay? So it says when this is clicked, take it to this website. Or when this is clicked, open up this document, Okay, there are codes already in your computer that make it so much easier for you guys to use. Okay? So basically, source code is just the instructions that tell the computer what to do. So any sort of coding is just a set of instructions to tell whatever what to do. Okay? So, coding can also be described as what to computers? Instructions, inserts, or games. We all good? All right. Coding is also the instructions to the computer, okay? So remember, any code that you write, it is basically the instructions on how you want something to move or what you want something to do. Okay? And it might make more sense once we start coding. All right? So why should we learn to code? It's fun. Okay? You can create games. You can create pictures. You can play games with code. All right? It teaches you other things. So it teaches you some problem-solving skills, critical thinking skills, okay? It also teaches you persistence. Does anybody know what persistence means? It's a big word. Peyton, what do you think?
It's like just keep on going. You have to really know it.
Good, yeah, you want to keep on going. If something gets hard or if a problem happens with your code or in your game, you just keep working through it, okay? You don't quit. If you're persistent, you keep going through all of the hard times, okay? All right? Coding is also useful. It can save you time. So if you're working on something on the computer and you have to keep just repeating what you're doing and repeating what you're doing, you can write little programs, okay, that can help you not have to keep repeating all of your steps, all right? You can earn money. A lot of jobs need somebody who can code. Right? There are a lot of jobs for computer programmers. Okay? And we'll learn about that in this video. And we will watch it on my screen. Okay? Unfreeze it. I will shut the lights off so it's easier to see.
I was 13 when I first got access to a computer.
My parents bought me a Macintosh in 1984 when I was 8 years old. I was in 6th grade.
I learned to code in college. Freshman year, first semester, intro to computer science.
I wrote a program to play tic-tac-toe.
I think it was pretty humble beginnings. I think the first program I wrote asked things like, what's your favorite color? Or how old are you?
I first learned how to make a green circle and a red square appear on the screen.
The first time I actually had something come up and say, hello world, I made a computer do that. It was just astonishing.
Learning how to program didn't start off as wanting to learn all of computer science or trying to master this discipline or anything like that. It just started off because I wanted to do this one simple thing. I wanted to make something that was fun for myself and my sisters. And I wrote this little program and then basically just add a little bit to it. And then when I needed to learn something new, I looked it up, either in a book or on the internet, and then added a little bit to it.
It's really not unlike kind of playing an instrument or something, or playing a sport. It starts out being very intimidating, but you kind of get the hang of it over time.
Coding is something that can be learned, and I know it can be intimidating, and a lot of things are intimidating, but what isn't?
A lot of the coding that people do is actually fairly simple. It's more about the process of breaking down problems than sort of coming up with complicated algorithms as people traditionally think about it.
You don't have to be a genius to know how to code. You need to be determined.
Addition, subtraction, that's about it.
You should probably know your multiplication tables.
You don't have to be a genius to code. You have to be a genius to read.
Even if you want to become a race car driver or play baseball, or build a house. And all of these things have been turned upside down by software.
What it is, computers are everywhere. You want to work in agriculture? Do you want to work in entertainment? Do you want to work in manufacturing? It's just all over.
Here we are, 2013. We all depend on technology to communicate, to bank, information, and none of us know how to read and write code.
When I was in school, I was in this after-school group called the Whiz Kids, and when people found out, they laughed at me and, all these things. And I'm like, man, I don't care. I think it's cool, and, I'm learning a lot, and some of my friends have jobs.
Our policy is literally to hire as many talented engineers as we can find. The whole limit in the system is just that there just aren't enough people who are trained and have these skills today.
To get the very best people, we try to make the office as awesome as possible.
They're fantastic chefs.
Free food,
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
free laundry.
Snacks, even places to play and video games and scooters. There's all these kind of interesting things around the office, and places where people can play or relax, or go to think or play music or be creative.
Whether you're trying to make a lot of money or whether you just want to change the world, computer programming is an incredibly empowering skill to learn.
I think if someone had told me that software is really about humanity, that it's really about helping people by using computer technology, it would have changed my outlook a lot earlier.
To be able to actually come up with an idea and then see it in your hands and then be able to press a button and have it be in millions of people's hands. I think we're the first generation in the world that's really ever had that kind of experience.
Just to think that, you can start something in your college dorm room and you can have a set of people who haven't built a big company before come together and build something that 1 billion people use as part of their daily lives is just crazy to think about, right? It's humbling and it's amazing.
The programmers of tomorrow are the wizards of the future. You're going to look like you have magic powers compared to everybody else.
It's amazing. I think it's the closest thing we have to a superpower.
Great coders are today's rock stars. That's it.
And we will be using code.org. Okay? So a lot of jobs go unfilled because schools don't teach coding or computer science, or people just don't want to learn it because they're intimidated by it, or they're not interested, okay? So I want you to get interested in it because it's an awesome skill, okay? So, what reasons do you like the most to learn to code? And you can click on more than one. What did you guys see anything in the video that you thought was interesting, that you liked, or anything like that? Maddie, did you have something?
No, I thought it was what it said.
Oh, gotcha. Well, what did it say in the video? Yeah, it definitely can be a career. All those people that you saw, their career is coding. Okay? Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook, and he started that in his dorm room, and he learned code, and he just created Facebook, and now he has his own company. Okay? Good. I'm glad you think coding looks fun. Anything else? Did anybody see anything that they thought was weird in the video or anything like that? You want to work there? Why?
That was fun, man.
Yeah. Their offices, Facebook's office, and I think it was Valve's office, they try to make it really fun with the scooters, with the games, with the free food, okay, to get all of the best programmers and engineers to want to work there, because you'd want to work somewhere that has scooters and games rather than somewhere where you sit at a desk in a little cubicle all day, right? Yeah? Dylan?
That's the job. Then why? Do they get to do that? Have fun all day? Like, play video games?
If they get their job done, oh, absolutely. Okay? And they even said that if they just need time to just think or just to kind of like clear their head, okay, they can go and play music or play the video games to kind of just take a break and then get back to work. But yeah, they can play the games while they're at work, as long as you get your work done. Yep. It does look like a lot of fun. Anything else you saw from the video? Yeah. The little cars, yeah. Those needed a lot of coding and stuff for them to work and for it to do that circle and park itself. Okay. Did you notice Chris Bosch? He's a basketball player. And then Will.i.am, he's a musician. What did they have to do with coding? Like, why would they be in a video about coding? They play sports and play music. Yeah, it definitely shows that anyone can do it. Okay? So you guys, you might want to be an athlete, or you might want to be a chef or a musician. It doesn't matter what you want to do. Coding is still relevant to everybody, and anyone can do it if they want to. Okay? And it looks like it is split almost equally, all three, that you guys think it's fun, can be a career, teach you other skills. Okay? So, can coding become a career? We just talked about it, okay? It's made many people become millionaires and billionaires. Mark Zuckerberg has a whole heck of a lot of money from creating Facebook, okay? Every company has a need for a programmer, so you might not think about it, but McDonald's has a need for programmers, okay? Why do you think McDonald's would need a programmer?
They have those new, like, machine orders.
Yeah, the different machines that they have, like the cash registers and stuff.
They have a machine order. Like, you press the screen and it orders it.
Oh, so like a touch screen where, like, the people order it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh, absolutely. That needs a computer programmer. Yeah. That's cool. I didn't know that.
I think they just had them here.
Okay.
We went a couple days ago.
Here in town?
Yeah.
Oh.
The last time we went.
Pretty cool. So yeah, absolutely. The new technologies that they have in the restaurants, they need a computer programmer to help create and then solve any problems. Is there anything else McDonald's would need a computer programmer for? Does McDonald's have an app? Doesn't that need a programmer? Any app that's created, someone had to program the code for that app to work. Okay? You can even be your own boss and start up a company. So Mark Zuckerberg is a wonderful example of that. Okay, he created Facebook. He created his own company, and now he is his own boss. Okay? So there is limitless opportunities when it comes to code. Okay, so we're going to do a matching activity. You're going to match pictures of people and their logos of their companies. Okay, so take a couple minutes to do that. And then there is a question afterwards. Go ahead and hit show question. Then I'll give you a hint if you didn't catch it in the video. Which person was the founder of Microsoft? Bill Gates is his name. That helps. Go ahead and hit show question and then answer the question. Click on the one you think is Bill Gates. He was in the video. Yeah, you can. Who got the answer right? If you didn't, that's fine. Okay, because you had to remember it from the video. And then, Bill Gates is the gentleman in the white shirt. Okay, he created Microsoft. The one where the guy's face is really close, that's Mark Zuckerberg. He created Facebook. And then the other gentleman with the dark hair at the podium is Jack Dorsey, and he created Twitter. Okay? So, to review what we just talked about, okay? Coding is a skill of writing or creating source code for computer programs. It's writing the instructions to make the computer work. Okay? Coding can also help you in other areas of your life. Okay? Just in your daily life, if you use the computer, you can create programs to help make your life easier on the computer. Okay? It teaches you skills that you can use not just on your computer, but in everyday life, your critical thinking, problem solving, persistence, all of that. Okay? And coding can lead you to a very successful career. Starting salaries for technology professions are very good. Okay? So, let's take this small little quiz. It is 3 questions. See how much you learned from today. Alright, is everybody good? Okay, you guys all did awesome. Here are your results. Okay, let's go over them. What is another name for the process of writing or creating code for computer programs? Coding. Okay. Do all computer programs need source code? Yeah. Yes, they do. Which of the following people have started their careers through coding? Maddie? All of them. Okay? Like I said, Bill Gates created Microsoft. That needs code. Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook. That needs code. And Jack Dorsey did Twitter. And that absolutely needs code as well. Okay? So good job on that. What did you learn about coding today? Let's talk about this one. Instead of typing it, let's talk about it. Okay? What did you learn about coding today, Maddie?
I learned that coding means you need a programmer to activate the devices, the app.
Yep. Coders activate devices and apps. Absolutely. Peyton?
You can make games and stuff to make money.
Yes, making games to make money. Absolutely.
Anyone can do coding.
Yes, anyone can do coding. Is that what you were going to say, Landon? Yeah, it's a good answer. Anything else? Anybody else want to share what they learned today? Does anybody want to code? You want to practice? Okay. We are going to do that now. All right. So the next website is code.org. Go ahead and click on it. I will help you log in because I have connected code.org to our Google Classroom, so I'm making your life easy. Up here, yep, hit sign in up here. Then don't type anything because you're going to sign in with a Google account. That's why it's important that I had you sign into Google using this button up here, because sign into Google account or with Google account, all you have to do is click on that and then click on your name. Now, code.org is a trusted website, so you can put in your real age. All right, they use that data to run studies and just to see who all uses their website. Okay, and it is a safe website, so you can put your real age in. Yeah.
I did this when I was in 5th grade.
Cool. Awesome. So you already have an idea of what's going to happen? Awesome. All right. Just click right here. Okay, anytime you get on code.org, you can sign in and then sign in with a Google account, and it will take you straight to this page here. Okay? I have started you all out with the Express course. If you do this in order, okay, don't skip over things. Watch every video that it gives you because it will explain what's going to happen next. Okay? You'll need your headphones to watch those videos. And there are also other videos when you get to your puzzles, okay, that can also help you if you need it. Alright, so go ahead and hit the yellow Try Now button. Okay, and it'll take you to your first video. Go ahead and watch that, and then you can get started coding. I think many of you are done watching the video. If you want to look up at my screen for just 1 second, I want to show you a couple cool features about code.org. Okay? So I think you are on this lesson here. Nope, you guys don't have to pick. You have, let me find something that you see. Okay, you guys have Scratch, right, from my stage. These are the blocks that you're going to use to move over, which I think the video went over that, yes? Okay. This right here, on every level or every puzzle, if you click on that, it will read the directions to you. Okay? So if you ever need that one. And sometimes on your lessons, there will be another video here, an additional video than the one you might have watched previously, if you get stuck. Okay, so if you get stuck on a level, you can just click on that video and it will help you, okay? This one doesn't have it, but yours right now has it. Underneath the run button, there's another video that you can watch if you get stuck, okay? And another cool thing is once you have run your code, okay, this will pop up that says congratulations, and it just says you wrote 5 lines of code. My all-time total lines of code is 49 because this was the 6th level, okay? And if you click show code, it will show you the JavaScript version of what you just did with the picture method. Okay, the version of coding that we use is the picture method, and it's a little easier to learn for beginners. Okay, the picture method's easier for beginners to learn code, but once you get going and you are really good at this and you're getting close to mastering the picture method, you can do the JavaScript. Okay, so this is exactly what my pictures did. Okay, does that make sense? Are there any questions? Awesome. Go ahead and keep coding. If you have questions, please let me know. You can't go on the broken ice. I know. See you guys.